there, it's Karen here. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. You'll be seeing this on the 1st of January, I hope, if I get it edited and uploaded in time. But it'll be New Year anyway. I've had a lovely Christmas and I felt I really wanted to just come in and do a little project. Well, this is the last of the Roxy's Weekly Challenge projects for 2023, so I've been really wanting to do it, and of course it's been such a busy week. It's now Saturday, so I thought, well, I've just got a little bit of time, a little bit of quiet time, so I thought I'd just come in and do this video and say hi and let's get cracking. And this is making some little fabric clusters for Christmas journals. So I feel I'm really not done with Christmas yet, so I thought this is perfect just to do this because it's Roxy's Weekly Challenge, so I could come in and do that. And I'm still working on my Christmas journal because I've not had much time to do it this week, of course. So I've got a couple of cute little bits. This is some stamped fabric I got from Rachel. I think when I bought the Christmas Florentine pack, she put loads of other cute bits and pieces in as well. This was probably a couple of years ago now, and I'm still dipping into them. So these were some couple of little pieces of very sweet stamped fabric, the little robin there and a snowflake on that one. So and the fabric clusters that she made were really, really tiny, which I think is going to be great because my current journal that I'm working on is very fat, so I only want little bits to go in it, but it'd be nice to have a few little bits on the sides of the pages. So yeah, so Christmas it's been a lovely week. It's been very busy. So we were at Jenny's for most of Christmas, so we went over each day, Christmas Eve in the evening, and then for the whole day, Christmas Day, and then we all met up for a walk Boxing Day morning, and then had lunch back at their place because they had, well, she had her in-laws staying with her for the whole period, so we were just going over there each day to join them. So there's another little bit there, and she was using lots of little scraps of lace, so I think I will do the same. So I'm surrounded by little bits of paper. I could be here the whole weekend doing this, but I won't. I'll just restrict myself to a few. I just wanted to come in and just have a chat with you all, check in and see how you're doing. And I hope you all had a fabulous Christmas. So I think what I'm going to do with these, I'm just going to place them where I want them. I'm going to get rid of that curly bit. And then I'm going to sew them. I've got my sewing machine over there, locked and loaded, ready to go. It's still got the gold fabric, the gold thread in it from when I was doing my journal. So I thought, well, I'll use that because that'll be quite nice just to pull these together. So I'm just doing, yeah, right, that one's ready to go. So I'm just going to chop a few little bits. This sweet little penguin. So I think Rachel's fabrics weren't strictly speaking Christmas, but she managed to make them Christmassy, picking out the bits with the colour on that, the green and the red. Whereas I have got a 1,000 fabric scraps, all very Christmassy, which I won't be able to use them all, but I don't want to make them too dominantly red or green, so I'm going to mix in a few other bits as well. So we've got a little penguin. I've got this little piece of what do they call it? It's like eyelet lace, isn't it? So maybe I'll just pop that there so you can just see him peeping out. And then what can I put on there? Just a little piece of this, I think. So my challenge is to try and keep these small because my clusters tend to grow. I get a bit carried away, and I want them tiny, and I don't really think they need anything bulky on the top. I think they'll just be fine as they are. So let's put these two little bits together, and underneath. Oops, and it's gone on the floor. This bit of piece of red here. No, I don't want that one. Got something different. This isn't strictly speaking Christmas, but it will work because it's got the red. Yeah, so we had those 3 days where we were with Jenny and the family and Alyssa, and yeah, I don't know. I think she didn't know which grandparent to go for. Not exactly to go for, but to play with. She had so many to choose from. But she's very close to her other nana as well, so yeah, we had to share. Not sure I like sharing really. I like it to myself. But it was good. And they were brilliant hosts, Jenny and Gary. They cooked up some fabulous food. I mean, it was really, really good food. And lots of it. And as always on Boxing Day, we always do, as I'm sure most people do on Boxing Day, it was all about the leftovers. And sometimes the leftovers are just as good as the main meal on Christmas Day. Because what we tend to do is take all the vegetables and the potatoes and all the bits that we've had on Christmas Day that are left over, and there were plenty of leftovers, and then we fry it all up together and make it into bubble and squeak, and it's so good. Sometimes it's almost my favourite meal with the leftovers, because yeah, bubble and squeak is fantastic. If you've never tried it, fry up all your leftovers. It's got to have potato in it, and it's got to have Brussels sprouts in it. Otherwise, it's not Christmas. And sometimes we've been known, and I think Jenny did actually cook extra sprouts to put in. One thing that really surprised me was that Alyssa really loves Brussels sprouts. This is the fussiest child in the world when it comes to eating. I mean, she really is dreadful. It's so hard to find anything she likes. And there she was, stuffing away the Brussels sprouts. Could not believe it. Just looking for a bit of something to go on the top. I had a little bit of, what's this? A little bit of sparkly. It's very frayed. Yeah, little Brussels sprout fiend she was. It was a big surprise. It was nice to see her eating. She tucked into the bits she liked, and that was good. Okay, we'll have a bit of that on there. There's an old scarf I picked up at a vintage fair some years ago. Oh, it's a slightly different piece here. Don't know if this will be like, but let's try this. Yeah, so that was Christmas itself, and then Thursday, so on the 28th, we had everybody over to us because Hannah had been down with her in-laws for Christmas, so they were back, and so we'd invited all the family over on the Thursday so that we could all get together, and it was our turn to host, and it was really lovely. It was actually my favourite day, just getting them all together. So I had cut a piece of this off, but I can't find it, so I'm going to cut another piece because this is the wired ribbon and it's all sparkly. It's really pretty, and I'd cut a piece off ready to use, and of course it's got buried in the pile of fabrics that I've got here. So I'm just going to cut those edges off because that's the bit with the wire on, and I might pop that. I think I'll do that last. Make that the top because it's a bit. It might disappear a little bit otherwise. What should we have? A little piece of. What shall we have? Bit of green. Oh, I've got a ruffle here that doesn't really belong. I'll have a little bit of this lace, I think. Right, so there we go, that bit there. That's a bit big. Put that on there. A little bit there. Okay, that's sweet, like that. What else have we got? We've got this nice piece with the reindeer on. Piece here. I love this fabric. I'm gonna be sad when it's gone. This is the one I used in my journal, and I've used a lot of it, but it is just gorgeous. I'm gonna pop that on there, and can I put this little, how about a little bit of, what else have I got? I'm going to use another piece of this because I quite like this. This is a little bit of, this is the free lace I got from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, but it's really nice. There we are, a little bit there. Actually, what I might do, I'll pop that underneath. I might just trim off a little bit off the top here. There we are. Okay. So tomorrow it's New Year's Eve, and our friends from Norfolk are coming to see us. They're going to come and stay over for New Year's Eve. We never normally do anything at New Year. It's very boring. I mean, we stay up and we see the New Year in, have a glass of something, and then go to bed. That's usually that's what I've been doing for years. But our friends who were they were going to come up over Christmas, and we were going to see them just before Christmas. But they changed their plans because they've got both their daughters live this way. Well, not near us, but near where we used to live. And they were going to come up and spend Christmas up there, where we used to live, with their daughter. But they decided to come up at New Year instead, and one of their daughters travelled down to spend Christmas at their place at their house in Norfolk. So I think that was a nice, something different for them, because they haven't been in their house very long. They only moved at the into their house beginning of 2022. So this was their second Christmas, but it's the first one they spent actually in their own home. So they were quite pleased about doing that. And yeah, so they're going to come up. I think they might be up already at their daughter's. I think they may have come up maybe on Thursday. I'm not sure exactly what the plans were, but they are coming to us tomorrow. So we're looking forward to that. Just the four of us, it'd be nice. Oh, this is all a bit screwed up, I think. I don't think that's going to work very well. What else have I got? That. Oh, little trees. Oops, nope, it's gone on the floor. Never mind. No, he's not really going to. He's going to be too big, isn't he? I keep trying to use this little reindeer, but he's just not fitted on anything yet. One of these days he will. I've got some more of this lovely stamped fabric. I'm going to have to cut it in half. I put it in between. I'm not sure about that. A bit more lace, I think. Let's have a bit of this one. A bit big. And I'm going to put that underneath, just poking down at the bottom, or maybe poking, maybe that would be better in between. Do it that way. Oh yeah, so it going off to the side. How about that? Yeah. Okay. How are we doing? I'll use the piece of this. Don't know if I'll be able to take that little bit off. So next week I will, it is fairly quiet. I'm not back at Pilates or at my craft club next week, so in theory I should be able to come in here and make lots of videos, but we'll get more work done. And we've got a guy coming in to decorate our hall and landing and up the stairs, which of course means he's going to be right outside my door. And I don't know how much noise he's going to make, because I know he's got to scrape off all the old wallpaper. We've got really old wood chip going up all up the top of all up the stairs, right into that nasty big well at the top of the stairs. And it's all wood chipped. It's really old. That's been painted over, and it's a horrible job, which he told us. Yep, it's a horrible job. But he's coming to start on the 2nd. So I may be able to get in here. I don't even know if I'll be able to get up the stairs, because he might have set himself up on the stairs to start work. I might not even be able to get up here. So if I can get in here, and if he's not too noisy, I will come in and make some videos, because I'd really like to do that. Because I haven't done much crafting for weeks, it feels like, and I'm really keen to come in and do a bit. This is another bit of ribbon from Roxy Creations. Isn't it gorgeous? She put in some really lovely little bits and pieces with her Florentine paper kit. She's so generous. I'm going to pop that piece under here. Love this. Okay, there's another one there. Just cut that seam off at the side. I think this is where it had been. This is another one that had been wired. Can't remember. I think I may have taken the wire out of this one as well. So should we do a teeny tiny one? Yeah. Yeah, so it'd be lovely to get the job done, and he's doing the hall as well, doing our hallway. So it'd be great, but it might not be possible to come in and film. I really don't know. Which I really want to do. I'm already starting to plan my projects for next year. In my head, I've been searching for digital kits, although I have one pair of kits that I think I'm going to use for journal. And of course we have got our Lace and Ladies journal to finish. I haven't forgotten it. You may have done, but I haven't. Still sitting there waiting for me to carry on with it. I didn't really get that far making that one. So I'm quite keen to get going on all these things, but I've also got my Christmas journal to finish. I'll give you a quick look at the end of the video to see how far I've got, or I haven't got very far at all, really. So I really want to crack on with that, but I probably won't do that on camera. I will do that in my own time. Maybe I'll show you it at the end. I haven't got much green fabric going on here. Where's all my green fabrics? Just one moment. I'm going to go and find some green because I haven't got. It's all red and red, mainly, isn't it? I need some green. Right, so I've got a few bits of green. I found a few more scraps that I thought might work, just to try and get a bit of variety in the colours. So let's just do. So I found this really pretty grey fabric. This is the strip. It's got snowflakes and it's got snowmen on it. It's really pretty. So I've got a bit of that. No, actually I'll go for the one with the red snowflake. And got this bit of dark red lace. I thought that might go quite well. So I did spend a fair amount of time yesterday, most of yesterday afternoon, starting to clean up my craft room. I mean, it was just awful. So my desk has all been cleaned and I scrubbed my mat downstairs in the kitchen. It's looking a bit better than it was. Because it gets a lot of punishment when Liz is here as well. Because she does a lot, everything goes everywhere. So I keep trying to put things down to try and protect it a bit when she's here. And I took all my boxes off my shelves and cleaned them all because they still had a lot of dust residue from when we had all the work done downstairs. It had really travelled. And I've been meaning to do it for ages, but you know what it's like. You get caught up in doing other stuff, and it'd been bugging me, particularly my desk. My desk was horrible. So I finally said, right, I must do some cleaning in here. Right, so I'm going to take all these over to my sewing machine now, and I will run some stitches through, and then I'll bring them back and show you. Right, I'm back from the sewing machine. It's taken me a while. That gold thread was not happy, and I mean they've turned out okay mostly. I've tried different stitches. I've tried the tiny zigzag and the medium-sized zigzag and straight stitch, and the only one it was really I can't even say happy with was the straight stitch, because oh my goodness, what a mess. I mean, this one this one I had to completely cut out of the machine. Look at the state of it. The bobbin ran out first of all, so I had to change the bobbin, and then almost immediately after I'd done that, and I didn't have gold on the bobbin, I had a brown bobbin in originally, changed that for a red one, and almost as soon as I'd done that, the gold thread broke, so I had to rethread that. That took a while, because gold thread, the strands really separate really quickly once you get at the ends, and there are 3 strands, and if you don't get it through the eye of that needle super fast when you've cut it, it just separates. And after several attempts, I ended up using my art glitter glue and just glued the ends together to make it a little, into a little point. And that worked really well because it was kind of stiff. So there's a tip for you. If you've ever had trouble threading your needle because the strands are separating, little tiny bit of glue, that seems to work a treat. Anyway, look at the mess of, I think so. That looks all right on the front, but on the back, look at that. Oh, and they're all the same. Luckily, you won't see them from the back mostly. So I've just got to separate them because I try to feed them through so that they, one at a time, but without cutting them apart each time. And that worked for some, but after a while it got so tangled up. So yeah, I'm going to have to do some trimming. I mean, very pretty pattern on the back, but it's not really supposed to look like that, is it? Oh my. But that looks really pretty with the zigzag. Didn't seem to make any difference whether I did zigzag. Look, it's all the backs are, yeah, all the backs are the same. They're all tangled and, oh my goodness, I don't think I'll be using that again anytime soon. But the little clusters have worked out really well. I really like them. So that one's done. I can't do anything with that. So that was, I think, which one was that originally? I think it was this one. So I had this little piece of stamped fabric with the snowflake on, and that was part of that. That was in that cluster I've just thrown away. So I remade it. Got a different bit of lace and another red bit of fabric, and that's worked out okay. Just a little bit there. Oh, that's all got tangled up. No, that's it. So it looks like all like that on the back. I don't know why it's done that. I'm sure there's a perfectly good technical explanation why it just tangled itself up into such a mess. But never mind, they've turned out okay. They're really pretty. I'm just going to trim off my threads. Seem to have got more threads than I know what to do with. There they are, aren't they sweet? Sweet little clusters, ready to go on the edge of a page. I've got my journal here that I'm using at the moment, my Christmas journal. It's well underway, but there's a lot more to do. So I just thought I'd quickly show you where we are with it. So you did see me working on it a little bit a week or so ago. So, and I've just put in loads of pictures and I've done my journaling. So on page, it's day 7, 9th of December, doing the tree with Alyssa on her visit. This was, I recorded reaching 1,000 subscribers in here. Thought I have to go put that in, don't I? On the 13th. That was a good day. And I've got to the stage. I think I've just got to here when I was doing haven't finished doing this, when I was making my mince pies. So I've just got to finish that. And I've got the a few things I learned about a new way of making them, to make them so they don't stick so much in my little pan. So I've put a few little pointers in there to remind me for next time. And I think so, because I had this recipe card in my pack from Alison last year, and I put some pictures on the back. So that's nearly ready. So that's the 14th. And I've still got all of this to do and to bring it up to date. And I'll probably even put in New Year pictures with my friends. So let's have a look and see how one of these little tabs would work on here. So that could go nicely. See, any of these pages that don't stick out very much, just put one of those on there. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? A bit of extra decoration. I might find a few of these might well find their way into this journal. I think that would be rather good. Something like that on this one as well. You never know. See how it goes as I go along. But yeah, I did have this cluster on here already, and lots of bits of lace and stuff. So I think a few little snippety clusters would be great on there as well. Oop. Right, so there we are. Make sure none of them are sticking to the back of my journal. That's my little clusters. Love them. So much fun to do. Could sit and do this all afternoon. But I have things to do. I've got ironing to do. What fun, eh? So thank you for joining me for this today. And I hope you all have a very happy new year. And have had a really lovely Christmas, of course. And let's hope for a peaceful, fingers crossed, peaceful and healthy new year. And I'll be back with you as soon as I can get in my craft room, without too much noise going on, because I have a feeling, knowing from other guys we've had doing building work and things like that, they love their radio really loudly. So I don't know what's going to be going on in a couple of days, but it might be a bit noisy out there. So if I can get in here, I definitely will. And I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.